Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, right? This video is gonna be a haul. I'm gonna share with you everything I picked up in Japan, makeup wise and beauty like skincare products. I'm gonna share all of that with you, and I also have some stuff that I picked up at ULTA and some new items from Sephora that I was really interested in. So that will all be in today's video. And I also have a package from REVANT Cosmetics. So I'll talk to you about the products that they sent me. Thank you, REVANT, for sharing the love with me. If you're interested in this video, please keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, especially about the stuff that I picked up in Japan, whether I recommend the items or not, let me know in the comments below. This is my second time like really shopping in Japan, and this time I did some research, I did some studying, so I figured out what item to purchase or not purchase. So if you have any questions, throw them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. I know it's going to be a long video. I know, because I'm looking at the two boxes that are right in front of me along with stuff that's all over my table. So it's going to be a long one. Grab yourself a drink or a snack or both, or even a meal. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure how long I'll be rambling for. I'll go ahead and get started with the REVANT products. Like I said, these were sent to me. I am affiliate with REVANT as of couple weeks ago. They sent me some of their eyeliners. The one thing about REVANT Beauty is they're designed specifically for mature women. This year I turned 40, actually turned 40 on August 18. So I guess I'm already at that stage to mature, like crepey starting eyes and all of that. So I definitely fit their clientele. I haven't tried much from the brand other than the eyeliners, like I said, but they do have some blushes that I'm really curious about. I might go ahead and place an order. I do have a discount code with them. Again, it's an affiliate, so it is going to be in the description box. It is 20% off your order. Feel free to use it, not use it, just shop the brand, shop the product straight from their website. But it is there if you're interested in trying them. I have tried one of the eyeliners. They actually sent me all of the eyeliners they have. They have 6 different shades. I tried one of them, and it's the one that I'm using today. I also swatched it on my hand. I did wash my hands because I had foundation and everything. I scrubbed, and it's still, I can still see it. And that is the brown eyeliner. So that's the one I'm wearing today. My biggest issue with eyeliners is that I wear contacts and my eyes are super sensitive. So if I accidentally like touch my contacts, my eyes would be watering all day. Or if the product melts and gets on my contacts, it's not a good combination for me. I would be rubbing my contacts all day long. And so far, I haven't noticed any of that, like the smudginess onto the contacts or anything like that. I haven't noticed anything. The product itself, it does come like, so I already used the brown one, like I mentioned. So it was a little bit more tapered up at the front. They do have a sharpener at the bottom. So that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and I'll swatch all of the shades. They sent me the brown, the purple, the navy, the gray, the green, and the black. I'll swatch them and so you guys can see what they actually look like. I noticed with the brown shade, it is a very neutral brown. It does not lean cool or warm tone. It is very neutral, super glidey, and like I showed you already, I washed my hand and I scrubbed and it's still there. That's great. That's amazing. I'll open all of them and then we'll just do the swatches. Next, I'll do the purple. Or you know what? I'll just open them for time purposes, you know? It is pretty cool that the shades of the eyeliners are the same as like, so, you know, the sharpener, the back of the liner, you can tell exactly what shade that is. I do like that. If you have a large collection like I do, having them all look the same and having to look for where is the name, that is a pain. So this way, come on, get out. All right, here we go. This way I can see what it is without me having to open the product and see what it is, or trying to like, what color is it? You know, I'm getting to that point. I didn't realize it until I was trying to read something and I'm like, I can't see it. You know, gotta find the right angle. So, all right, here we go. We'll go ahead and swatch the, I'll do purple next. The purple one, this is a brand new one. So you see it's very sharp and tapered at the top, or Very pointy, not tapered, pointy. All right, let's go ahead and swatch the purple. I want to roll it back a bit so I don't end up breaking it. Let's see how I'm gonna do this, you guys. Here we go. All right, I gotta take my watch off. I don't want to end up messing. This is how I can tell that I'm filming or not filming, but occasionally it will zoom my camera in, and that's not good. Okay, so purple. I see, because I can't see. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. There's the purple. Next, let's do the navy color. That's a beautiful navy color. That would be so gorgeous in the waterline. Let's do the gray shade next. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this and I'll just show you because my lines are turning into a mess. There it is. They're super glidey. I do really like that. They are gel eyeliners. So green is next. So creamy. I like it, but not too creamy where you feel it like it's slipping, you know? And then the last one is the black. I always love a black eyeliner, although recently I've been using quite a bit more brown eyeliners. So here are all of the shades. We've got the brown, the purple, I'm sorry, I swatched the blue right on top of it. And then we've got the gray, the green, and the black. Thank you, REVANT, again, Cosmetics. I was under no obligation to mention them, but I wanted to because I already used it and I know that I'm loving it so far. So I wanted to share that with you. And again, check the description box if you're interested in trying out any of their products. I do have a 20% off discount code. Okay, now that we talked about the REVANT, I think I'll move on to all the makeup I got in Japan. And do I want to do that, or do I want to do the things I got from SEPHORA, ULTA, and then we'll leave the big Japan haul to the end because there's a lot of products. Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, I decided to I keep changing my mind, you guys, and it's because there's so much to go through. This is not a typical haul. Well, I say that, but I do shop quite a bit. I've been doing much better. Like really much better, but you know, there were some things that I absolutely needed to pick out and try out. So we'll go ahead and get started with all the skincare kind of items I got from Japan. I did get a few sunscreens and a few face masks, so that's the majority of what's in here. Let me go ahead and pull them out. Oh, and I did get a deodorant because I really needed one, and I tried one when I was there and I loved it, so I got a full size. All right, I pulled everything out from the box. We'll get started with sunscreens. I got more sunscreens. I got like some other stuff, but these are like my entire family uses them. My husband, my son, I totally like got them hooked on this stuff. But I did buy the jumbo size of the Biore Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50 plus PA+++++. And this is, I can't even tell you what it's saying. I want to say it says it's 20% more than the normal size. I have been buying the Biore sunscreen off of Amazon, and I get like the smaller size bottle or tube for about $15.99. So these, when I did see them in Japan, like the bigger size, and I ended up doing the math, I think they were about 1,000 yen, which is divided by 140. Anyway, they ended up being about $8 each, maybe a little bit less. So I'm like, all right, that's the perfect time to buy the big babies. And yeah, I got 3 of them. These are like our daily sunscreen. If I'm not wearing makeup, or even under makeup, I could still wear these, but I have another sunscreen recommendation from Japan as well that I just love under makeup. But these, like, they come out clear. Out of the tube is clear. I wish I had a tube here, but I used it downstairs this morning. I put it on my son before he went to summer camp, but they come out comes out a little white out of the tube, but then when you blend it into the skin, it has zero cast and it just looks so dewy, so glowy, absolutely gorgeous. And these are something, if you're looking for sunscreens, I highly recommend them, picking them up if you're going to Japan, or if you know someone who's going to Japan. I know one of my subscribers, she commented on one of my videos and she was like, oh, what do you recommend from Japan? Because she has family traveling there soon, and she wanted to know what to ask for. These, absolute recommendation. I'm in love, and I think I'm good for about a year. Me, my husband, and my son. All right, so that's the first sunscreen that's not specifically for me to wear under makeup. I did purchase a different sunscreen. When I was there, I went into one of the drugstores, and I'll have the drugstore names listed in the description box. If you're interested to see like where to shop for drugstore makeup in Japan, I'll have that in the description box. But I went into one of the stores and I was playing with just feeling some other sunscreens, because I knew I was going to get the Biore, but I was like, I would like to try something else. And one of the employees at the store, she highly recommended this Anessa sunscreen. I believe this is a line from Shiseido, like Shiseido makes the sunscreen, because I did see it at the Shiseido counters, like I did see an end cap over there, but I'm not 100% sure. But she tried a couple of the Anessa sunscreens on my, like the back of my hand, and I walked around the store and I just kept feeling the ones that she used. So I went ahead and I picked up the one that she really recommended. And it came with a little sample of one that I was like, okay, which one do I want to get? So it was pretty cool. They had a kit. I got both products. So here's the normal full size. It's for everyday wear, SPF 50 plus, PA plus plus plus. It is a skincare gel, and it just felt so nice on my skin. I haven't used it on my face yet, but if it feels anything on my face as it did on my hand, I'm more than happy. I don't like to feel my sunscreen. I don't want to feel it heavy and thick. You know how some sunscreens you can feel them all day long no matter what? So I'm hoping that this is like, you know, I won't feel it, and I think it'll be a good one because, again, it was a gel formula. Actually, let me go ahead and bump a little bit out. Let's do it on this hand so I don't ruin the eyeliner, and I'll show you the eyeliners in a bit. The eyeliners are supposed to be waterproof, long wear, but here it is. So here's the Anessa, the gel sunscreen. It was white, and then blending it in and absolutely clear, but you see that dewiness, that glow. Ooh, I cannot wait to put that on my face. And then the little sample that it came with is a sunscreen that's supposed to be for the whole family, so it's appropriate even for little babies. I don't have a little baby, but my son has sensitive skin too, and this is perfect. I can just throw it in my beach bag and I can reapply. It is that one that you kind of have to shake. It has the shaker. It is a dropper, and it's called the Day Serum SPF 50 plus, PA plus 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 plus. Got a lot of pluses in there, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you what this, I don't want to overuse it because I actually really enjoyed it. And it comes out as a milky, like a pinkish milky product. And we blend this baby out. It does have a little bit more of a cast than the gel did, but it's not to the point where it's like I'm looking like a ghost kind of thing. So it does feel more matte, not as glowy and dewy as the big guy, which is the Perfect UV Sunscreen Skincare Gel. But yeah, those are my new sunscreens, new to me sunscreens, and so far, by swatching them, playing with them, touching, feeling the texture, they feel nice, and I'm looking forward to actually using them on my face. I have a couple more products before I get into the mass amount of face masks. I did pick up a Hadalabu, the premium toner product. So I picked up two of these. I got the hydrating lotion, and I picked up the hydrating milk, but I give that to my mom. She has a little bit drier skin than me. and she's older, so she could definitely benefit from that. But for me, I kept the lotion. I've tried Hado Labo before and I absolutely loved it. I've tried the blue line, where it's meant for a little bit younger people, and then the more you age, the gold is like their top. It contains so much ceramides. I think it's like 8 different ceramides and hydrating products. So I am really looking forward to starting using this guy. It looks like it's a more of a like thicker formula, not as a toner like super watery toner, but more thicker. It's not as thick as like the snail essence serums, but it's kind of thick. Like you can see it in the bottle. It's, maybe you can, maybe you can't. It's thicker. So we'll see how that goes on my skin. I did get a deodorant, like I said earlier, and this is by the brand AG. I mean, I traveled with deodorant, of course, but we were walking all over the place and it was humid, and it was just, my deodorant was not cutting it. And I was like, I need a deodorant. I did some Google search, like best recommended deodorant. And this brand was highly recommended. The one that I used when I was there, it was a silver bottle. And that, I think that was like the extra strength. I actually finished it when I was there and I just threw it out there. But it is a silver bottle. It does not have any cast, and it was unscented. I believe this one has some sort of scent because I see some fruits up here. Looks like some strawberries, some blueberries, and an orange or a lemon, something like that. I haven't tested it out, but if it performs anything like the sample I used when I was there, like the deluxe size, I will be very happy. So there's that one. We have a hair mask. My hair is very finicky, but I wanted to try some hair masks because I heard so many things about like the honey masks. What's that brand? Vino that they sell. I didn't end up getting any of that. I went for this one. This is the Gayutu Corset Hair Mask. I haven't used it yet, but according to some of the like the research that I was doing about a hair mask, it said that this was like the #1 Japanese selling hair mask on Amazon. Does that mean Amazon Japan or Japan? Yeah, Amazon Japan or Amazon the US. I'm not really sure, but I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's try it. They're pretty affordable. I would say this was less than $10. So I'll let you know how I like it. One more product before we get to the face masks is the Softimo Speedy Cleansing Oil. This is by Kosei, the brand Kosei. Again, I was looking for what do I need? What is an absolute must try from the drugstore? And this cleansing oil was on the list. I don't need it yet, so I haven't opened it, but I hope that I enjoy it. And if I do, I'm going to be so mad at myself for not getting more. I want to say this was like $6, almost. And now for the mass amount of sheet masks that I purchased from the brand Derma Laser 100. I got 2. I actually got 3, but I gave 1 to my mom. I got the gold one, which is the Quality First Super VC 100. It's a super delivery, high concentrate, essence contained. And supposedly these are, it was really popular, highly recommended. So I'm like, okay, I think there's 7 masks. Yeah, 7 in here. And then the other one from the same brand is the Super Retinol 100. So I could always use some retinol, and 7 masks in here as well. I got 2 packs from Lululon. This is the Precious Clear Mask. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to my friend because I don't usually get acne that bad. But I might give it to my friend, or I might just keep it for days when I have acne. What I learned about this brand, the Lulon, is that you're supposed to use them every single day. So you have, like, you can use it for 365 days. I haven't been doing that. I've tried one of them, but I tried it not yesterday, the day before. I tried the Hydra X Mask Exosome Aging Care Mask with 2 kinds of lipo capsules and 4 kinds of useful ingredients for every day. and they list the ingredients over here. My face did feel very plumped after taking the mask off. I just patted whatever serum like left over. I patted into my face. I applied it early in the morning, and then in the evening when I was washing my face and getting ready for bed, my face still felt very plumped. So pretty happy with that. Again, with the face masks, it's kind of like, that's where they originate from. I'm willing to try. I have a couple more face masks. I have the Curel Intense Moisture Care Moisture Repair Sheet Mask. Now I remember I had another product from Curel I should tell you about. When I was doing my Google searches or whatever research I was doing about sheet masks, this was, or the brand Curel, almost everything from Curel was highly recommended. They are available at the drugstore in Japan, like various drugstores. So I picked up the set of 4 masks. I'm hoping that these, I think they're individually packed. So let's take a look. Because the other ones are not. They're not individual packed. These are perfect. So these will be perfect for me to go on travel, because that's when I usually get the most issues with my skin. Like when I travel for work or something like that, my skin suffers big time. So these are individually packed, and definitely will be using them when I go on travel. And then the last set of masks are the Sakura Hypertonic Moisturizing Facial Mask. You don't have to use every day like the ones by Lululemon. This is a Japan exclusive apparently, or that's what the lady told me at the store when I bought it. How many are in here? See, I'm getting to the point where I'm old and I cannot see. Does it say? It does not say. Nowhere does it say. I guess I could open it and find out. Okay, so there's 5 masks in here. Here they are. And we'll see. We'll see what I think about them. She was like, no, don't buy the Lululemon because you have to use it every day. This one you only have to use every 3 to 4 days. But does it really matter? I'm not really sure, but here it is. I have one more product from Curel. I'm gonna run to my room, pick it up real quick, and I'll show you what it is. Okay, so the other product from Curel that I picked up is the Intensive Moisture Care Moisture Milk. From what I understood is that you could use this on the face, on the body, like head to toe. It is very milky and very moisturizing. Like, it's so watery. Look at that. Like, the texture of it is so watery, which I do really like, especially for my face. And then it just feels like water. It does not feel heavy. Or, you know, like how some lotions just feel like they're just sitting there, like they take forever to absorb. None of that. It feels so nice. It is not scented, so it would be very nice for someone with eczema or sensitive skin or anything like that. I think you would love it. You absolutely would love it if you tried it. You would enjoy it. That's it for skincare kind of stuff. Now let's talk about makeup, okay? I got quite a bit. I got quite a bit of stuff. So let me pull out the Japan makeup first, and then I'll leave the Sephora and Ulta stuff to the end. All right, I went ahead and pulled out all of the makeup. My absolute recommendation, if you're going or if you're gonna buy something, try something, sunscreen, especially for under makeup. I flippin' love this stuff, and I kind of am so mad at myself for not getting more than just 2. But it is what it is. Hopefully I go back within a year. From CanMake, I did pick up the Mermaid Skin Gel UV SPF 50+, PA++++ for face and body. I love it for the face especially. I'm not gonna use it on my body, but I got 2 of them. And this is like the pink packaging. I've tried the blue one. I didn't like it. Like the label is pink in here. The one that's blue, I didn't like. There's one that was purple, I wanna say. I didn't try that one, but this one, the number 01, pink packaging, gosh, it's amazing. I'll go ahead and I'll show you. So I'll put a little bit on my hand. It is kind of like a gel. It looks like it's gonna be colored, but rubbing it in, it just feels like nice gel water. Oh my goodness, it feels so nice on the skin. I am absolutely blown away. I know I can order them from Yes Style or some of the other websites. But to be honest, price difference is gonna be like bonkers, because this was maybe like 700 yen. Again, divide by 140, which ends up being like what, $4 or $5 maybe. So a steal, a really nice product, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Two other products that are kind of, I did a boo-boo. I totally, like, we moved from one spot to the other, like we moved a couple times and I shopped in different towns kind of thing. But this makeup setter, this is by Kose. It's called Make Keep Mist. And from I understood that this is a cooling or refreshing. Maybe it's a lemon scent. Oh shoot, is it a lemon scent? I don't know, but they had different colors, and I thought the first time I purchased one, I just put it in my bag and then I, you know, kind of thing. And then when I went to get another one, I thought I picked up the red bottle. So I'm like, I don't want to get the red bottle. I'm going to get the blue bottle just to try the two different kinds. But I accidentally have the two blue, which is okay if I really enjoy them, and I hope I do. These were highly recommended on social media and on the research that I did, so we'll see. We'll get to the exciting stuff. I'm still going through the drugstore products first. From Kiss Me, this mascara was highly recommended. I did pick up, which shade? Did I get the black or the brown? I really don't remember. It's the shade 01. Let's open it because I want to see what the wand looks like. I typically don't even attempt mascaras from somewhere else because, you know, I've tried some mascaras. That's a really nice wand. It's not ginormal, which is kind of nice because then I know for sure I'm not gonna hit the top, you know, my lid or anything like that. And it is pretty curved. It looks like natural fibers. It looks like I did get the black mascara. I think there was like a brown maybe. I don't really remember what it was, but I did get the black one. And now that I opened it, I'm gonna have to try it very, very, very soon so it does not go bad before I use it. I also picked up an eyeliner. I believe this is the same brand. Yes, this is the Kiss Me eyeliner. These eyeliners were so recommended as very long-lasting eyeliners with very easy to draw a tip. So I got one, and this one I believe was like the brown one. I know it's not 100% black. Maybe it would have been black brown or something like that. But there it is. I'm not gonna open it yet because actually let's just do it because I don't have a liquid liner currently open. So let's do it. Why not? Looks like I did get the brown. And let me shake it up real quick. I mean, look at that. Tell me this is not set. Amazing. Okay, here's the brown eyeliner from Kiss Me. It does have a very fine tip, like super fine tip, so that would be perfect for drawing like a mini wing, a baby wing. Here we go. I'm pushing hard on the tip too, just to see how thick it can be. All right, I think this is gonna be really nice. I like the fact that it's brown, so it's not gonna look harsh with my everyday makeup look, but there's the eyeliner. Again, the mascara, like everything from the drugstore in Japan, was really affordable. I would say their drugstore prices are cheaper than our drugstore prices. So that's just my observation so far. I did get a couple products for my friend. I'm not gonna show you these because I didn't tell her yet what I got her, but I already put those to the side and I'm gonna send those to her. But let's talk about the massive amount of lippies that I got, you guys. Oh my goodness, I went kind of crazy with the lip products because I do really like the tinting lip products, the jelly feeling lip products. So all of that I really enjoy. Let me put those away. Those are not from Japan, but these are. And I had one more. I opened one. I've been using it, and for the life of me, I don't know where I actually put it. Like, is it in my work bag? I didn't find it. In one of my purses, I didn't find it. So I'm not really sure where I actually stuck this guy, but it's so pretty. This is the shade 02. I have it in another shade. We'll swatch it. So pretty. I really hope I find it and that I have not lost it or forgot it at work or something. I hope not. We shall find out, I guess, at some point. Okay, let's start. So that was from the brand Cezanne. Here's the other one from Cezanne, same formula. It's called the 3D Jelly Lip, and this is in the shade 01. This is in the shade Peach Melba. And the one that I was using was in the shade Milk Rose. It was really hard trying to find a shade because I felt like the packaging did not fully tell you what the shade inside, the shade of the product inside could be. Okay, and this one does not smudge either. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I'm good with eyeliners. So let's go ahead and swatch the 3D Jelly Lip. It's got that a jelly feel to it. Jelly looks so glossy. Look at that. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. And that was the shade 02. Next, from the same brand, Cezanne, I got a lip product that is called the Watery Tint Lip. And I got it in the shade P1. What does that mean? I have no idea. Okay, there's what that looks like. That's a beautiful color. Definitely feels more watery, feels very cool on my hand. See what I mean? Like, I felt like the container, like, it doesn't look like this, you know? Sure, it's very similar shade, but it's not the shade of the container. And that's what I had a hard time with. So there is that Cezanne Watery Jelly, what is it called again? Watery Tint Lip. So I'm guessing once I wipe this, I'm gonna have a tint. We shall see. There's a couple more from Cezanne. I got mainly Cezanne or Can Make lippies. Okay, this one is by Cezanne. I got two of them. One is in the shade 101 and one is in the shade 401. And these are called the Lasting Gloss Lip. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the shade 401 because I might pass the shade 101 to my friend. Depending on how I like it or not like it. I don't want to send her something that I don't like, you know? I need a tool. I need a container opening packaging tool. Whew. That is some beautiful packaging, very luxe looking, really, really pretty packaging. And this is in the shade 401, which according to the packaging looks like it's gonna be a beautiful pink shade. We'll see. Ooh, that does feel nice. Definitely not the color that you would see on the packaging, like close, but not the same. Okay, so that's shade 401. Do I want to risk it and send my friend one without me trying it? I think I'll hold on to this shade and I'll send it to my friend. I think she would enjoy it. Okay, couple more. Now these are from the brand Can Make. I have 3 different lippies from Can Make. The first one is the Glass Tint Syrup. I think this is Glass Tint Syrup. So I got 2 Glass Tint Syrups. Their outer packagings are slightly different. One is in the shade 02 and one is in the shade 03. Let's go ahead. Oh, where's my tool? I need my handy dandy tool. so we'll go ahead and swatch shade 02 first. Gloss Tint Syrup. Feels very much like Pura Pura. If you've tried their lip gloss tint situation, feels so much like it. There's that one. It's a really pretty shade too. I do like the shape of the applicator. It's got like a, you know, teardrop kind of thing. And then the shade 03. Does it have a shade name? No, it just says lip color. It might have a shade name and I just can't read it. And this is a little bit more nude than the other one. It feels so nice and cooling on my arm. And then the last lip product I got from Japan was by CanMake, and this is the Lip Rouge, and the shade is 05. So I'm guessing this is more like a an actual lipstick. So oh my Lord, how am I supposed to open this thing? Okay, here. That's what it looks like. Really cute packaging. And that was the shade 05. Okay. Note to self, can't twist it all the way up because I can't twist it all the way back. Okay, so it's more like a lip balm. It does feel thicker, a little bit thicker and heavier than the ones above. You can see the jelly one is still so jelly-like. I really hope I did not lose that other shade because that is just stunning. The most glossy, beautiful lips. Oh, it's so pretty. This was the tint. These two are tint, so let's see. Okay, did leave a tint behind, a very subtle tint, but it did leave a tint. Ooh, I don't have a towel. And then these two down here, I don't see much of a tint. If there is a tint, it's very subtle. Oh yeah, they are tinted. How come I didn't see it? But again, very subtle. It's not like a tinting product. You know, it's a lip product that could leave a tint. Here they are. All right, I have a couple more from the drugstore, and then I did pick up some high-end items from the duty-free, so we'll talk about those. All right, let's talk about all of the other drugstore makeup I got. I got a couple single shadows. I've been in love. I like re-falling in love with single shadows, so I did pick up a couple. Two are from the brand Cezanne. And then these are from the brand Mallorca. Let's do the ones from Cezanne first. I did get one of these the last time I went to Japan, and I really, really like the shade I got. This time I got some lighter shades. So I got the shade 01 and 04. Open them and then we'll do some swatches. Try and find the one that I currently have, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so we'll let me swatch the shade 01 first. I mean, they are plastic packaging, but it is fine. They are drugstore products. Look at that. That looks so gorgeous. I am gonna swatch on this arm because that one has lots of lippies on it. So a beautiful kind of like topper shade. So glowy. Okay, I think I never know how to swatch using this hand, so it's like diamond dust, but not a silver color. So that's the shade 01. The shade 04. This is more of a cooler tone. Also kind of like that diamond dust. Does have a little bit more of a base color, but there's the silver one, or the shade 04. And then the one shade that I previously picked up was in the shade 09, and it's so pretty. It's the most beautiful, like taupey, glowy shade. Oh, it's so pretty for all over the lid. I've used it a couple times. I do want to swatch the shade 01 again because I feel like that one did not translate very well. Make sure my fingers are all clean. All right, I'm gonna do it on this arm. So let me get some product on my finger. And here it is. There it is. Oh, I think it's so pretty, so gorgeous. Can't wait. Can't wait to use this. Kind of like, you know, eye topper. That's exactly what it is, an eye topper. All right, the other two single shadows I got, the ones from the brand Mallorca. One of them, one is in the shade GD802. I couldn't tell you what any of the names mean. I've used one of them since I got back from my trip, but I have not used this one yet. These ones were slightly more, well, they were more expensive than the ones by Cezanne, but when I swatched them over there, I was like, okay, I really gotta get these. So here's the GD, oh my goodness. Where am I gonna find the name now? I got rid of the, okay, GD, oh my, 802. Okay, so here's the first one. You know what this reminded me of? It reminded me of the MAC, you know how they had, oh shoot, where are we gonna do this? We're gonna do it over here. Like that MAC eyeshadow that they released one year and then everybody went wild for it, and then they just re-released it. And there it is. It's called the Stylishly Mary eyeshadow from MAC. I do want to swatch it because I want to see how close or not close it is. The one from Mallorca feels very creamy, where this feels like just like a typical powder eyeshadow. Okay, so here's the one from MAC, and then here's the one from Mallorca. So very, very similar shades. Maybe a little bit more color payoff with the MAC one compared to the Mallorca, but very close, very pretty. Did I need a dupe for the MAC one? No. Am I happy to get it? Yes. And then this is the other one, the shade BR701. And this again is kind of like that diamondy dust. It does have a little bit of a base color. Do it over here. There it is. Beautiful glow, kind of a little bit of a pink base to it. So with these, I kind of like the packaging. It's very slick, very slim, but they do, like, you can pop it out and put them in a palette. So I don't know if I'll end up doing that or not, but for now, they're staying as they are. All right, a couple more drugstore products, and then we'll move on to the high-end items I got from the duty free. I did pick up, I don't know why I did this. I hope I enjoy it, but I saw they had some samples, and they were really swatched. So I swatched one of them, and I'm like, ooh, there's more of those kind of like eye topper shades. This is by Can Make, and this is the eyeshadow 03. I don't know what that means, but it's a mini palette. It is a mini palette, and I think what I saw is that you can pop out the squares and, like, again, put them in a different palette, a bigger palette, because that's how they were displayed. They weren't in the actual big component. It does come with like those sponge applicators. I don't know if I'll use them that way. I just want to swatch a couple of the shades. I guess before I do that, maybe I should clean my arm so we can see things, and then we'll swatch them. Okay, I gotta show you this. I used the wipes, I used everything. They kind of faded a little, but there's no budging. Like, that's amazing. The eyeshadow, number 3. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of the shades. I do want to swatch the shimmery shades because that is really what got me, were those little shimmery shades. It is a tiny palette, but it's fine. It would be, if it performs well, it would be something that I would just take with me when I go on travel and not have to worry about bringing such a big palette. It's very wearable colors. I went for the like pinky rosy, not quads, 8-pan, I guess. This is an 8-pan. Okay, here's 4 of the shades. They look decent. They look fine. I mean, I kind of know, I knew going into the makeup, especially like the drugstore brands and all of that, that it is not the most pigmented, that it's gonna work on all skin tones. Like, I knew it was gonna be a sheer wash of color, and sometimes that's all I really want. So here's this one, and yeah, hopefully I enjoy it. I keep messing with my hair and showing you all of my grays, so let me hide it. Not that we can hide the grays, but it's okay. I did get a powder, a face powder, and this, I got the mini because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not. This is by Can Make, and it is also SPF 50 PA+++. And I got the shade ML. It was so hard for me to figure out what shade I would need, and again, that's why I went with the mini. It is such a cute packaging. Oh my goodness, it's so lovely. And it does come with a little poof in there, and there's the powder. I think that it will be okay. Not right now when I have a tan. I think it'll be okay when I am the palest I could be. So look at that. It comes with a cute little mirror. It's perfect, like little touch-up powder. So tiny, so small. Nice to sit in my purse. And then the last item that I got is another Saison highlighter. I have one of these. I have the shade 02, I think. I got the shade 04. When I did my highlighter declutter, this one, I was like, oh my God, I think, you know, just because of like the packaging and whatever, I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep it. I ended up keeping it because the formula and the highlighter itself is stunning. This is the shade 04, which is slightly more pink. I do like the fact that it looks like a very natural highlight. Like, not when I do a swatch like this, of course it's gonna be like bam in your face, but when you're wearing it, like when I apply it on my skin throughout the day, it is so natural looking. It looks like if you're familiar with the Essence highlighter, the one highlighter that Essence has, this is how I would describe these. Or the highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury, the one in her film Star, like the contour and highlight, very similar. So there's the shade 04. A little on the pink side. This is it, drugstore wise. Now I do have some products that I picked up from the duty free. They're like high-end luxury products, and I'll share those with you next. All right, just a side note before I continue, I'm close to an hour of filming, so I really hope that you got a snack because there's more to go. Let's talk about the luxury makeup I got. I got a couple products from Shiseido, and I got quite a few from Clé de Peau. It's funny because every time like we're at the mall and I tell my husband or my son, oh, I'm gonna go, I really want to stop at the Clé de Peau counter. By the way, Clé de Peau is made in Japan, I believe. Yeah, it's made in Japan, and with the exchange rate, I would say that most of Clé de Peau products, when I was doing the math, they ended up being almost 40% cheaper than if I were to buy them in the US. So I went a little wild. And then there's a couple products from Shiseido that I don't know that I've ever seen in the US. The one product that really got me, and I've used it a couple times since I got back from vacation, is the Aura Dew Illuminator. They say it's for the face and the eyes. I've used it on my face only. This is in the shade 02 Meteor. They had two shades. The shade 01 looked too icy. But this is the one I went for, the shade 02. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. I put it on my, like I swatched it and I was walking around like the mall and I was like, I gotta go back for this highlighter. There it is. It is so pretty. Looks so pretty on my skin too. So there's the Shiseido highlighter, and from Shiseido also I got one of the Pop Powder Gel Eyeshadow. To be honest, I think the girl made a mistake giving me the shade that I asked for. She gave me the shade 07 Sherry Silver. I don't remember what I swatched to be silver like this. Like this looks great to me. But I didn't look at it when I got it. I didn't look at it until like yesterday. So I can't, you know. It is what it is at this point. Yeah, I definitely was not this shade that I selected. I wanted one that was kind of like Diamond Bomb, but with more shimmer to it. I don't know if I'll use this one. To be honest, I'm not big on this kind of like bam in your face silver all over my eyes. So I don't know. I hope I like it on my eyes because, you know, I should have double checked. You know, when she packaged all of my stuff, and you know, they put them, because it was duty free, so they put them in this bag and they sealed the bag, so you're not supposed to use them or open them until you're out of Japan. That kind of sucked. I definitely not the shade that I asked for or that I swatched, but it is what it is. That's it from Shiseido. I got two products from Décolleté. Where is Décolleté from? Is it Japan or is it Korea? Does it matter? Not really. I can't figure it out. It's all in Japanese, but oh, made in Japan. Sorry. Okay. So I got two products from them. One is the Eye Glow Gem Skin Shadow in the shade 17G, and the name is Autumn Dazzle. So this is the cream one. Yeah, this is the cream product. I think their packaging is stunning. Like, look at how beautiful that is. And this is the shade 17G, which is the Autumn Dazzle. It is a cream. Super, super creamy. And can you guess what I was shopping for? One shadow looks. I've been doing those quite often. Not today. Today I was like, I'll put in some effort. I'm gonna film. I want to film. So there it is. Oh, that is so pretty. It does have a like very, very fine glow in it. So, and then the other one is the Dazzling Gem Glitter Eye Color, and I got the shade 02 Starlit Shell. Again, very similar packaging, but this is a little bit like bigger. And actually this is not a twist off. Like this was a twist off, maybe because it's a cream. I'm gonna make sure I close it really well. And then here's the eye glitter. Again, this is the shade number 02 Starlit Shell. Let's swatch this baby. There it is. I've been a sucker for these types of shades, like the shimmery, glowy, all over the lid shades. Oh my goodness. I've been falling hard for those shades. There's quite a bit more of those types of shades coming up that I picked up from Sephora and Ulta. So there's some US ones too. And then for the Clé de Peau haul, there's my Clé de Peau products. Oh yeah, I was telling you the story, walking through the mall, and then I would tell my husband, like, hey, I want to stop at the Clé de Peau counter. And then my son just thought the name was so funny. So for every time we're walking somewhere, he'd be like, Mommy, can you say that name again? I'm like, which name? Clé de Peau? And he was like, yeah, Clé de, say it again. Clé de Peau. And I'll say it again. And at some point I started calling Clé de Poo Poo, and then Clé de Caca. And then I'm pretty sure Clé de Peau would not be happy hearing this from me. But it was quite a nice joke that we taught, you know, me and my son. He's like, say it again, say it again, say that brand again, say that brand again. From them, what I did get is I got a blush duo with the palette that you know, you put it in, I'll show you. And then I got 3 different lippies. One is a liquid matte lip, one is a matte lipstick, and one is a beautiful glossy shimmery shade. The blush duo, I went with the recommendation of the girl that was helping me at the counter because I picked out my lip colors first and then she did the rest of my makeup. Of course, they sucked me in, you know. She did the rest of my makeup. I was like, ooh, that's a beautiful blush. So she said that this blush would look very pretty with the lippies I got. So I trusted her and I got the shade 101. I was eyeing one that was a little bit more like pink, but she said that this would be the ideal match with the lippies. So this is how you buy the blush, and then you would have to buy the package separately. So let's go ahead and open the package for it. Okay. So the point is, like, you can replace or use a different, you know, like you can pop in the shades that you want. So let's go ahead and pop it in here. Let me clip it without destroying the blush. Hopefully it clips. Okay, I heard it. But we're gonna do some swatches, so I'll make sure to push it in place. One shade that does not have, okay, one shade, no shimmer particles. It is a kind of like a satiny matte. It's not fully matte. Feels really, really nice. And then the other shade looks like it has an overspray of glitter, because as soon as I dug into it, I don't see any overspray, or I don't see any shimmer in the product. So these are the shades that she recommended. I thought that was the blush. I almost had a panic attack, but that's the brush. Whew. Oh goodness. All right. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the 2 shades together because realistically that's how I would apply it, and we'll see. I gotta shave my arms, you guys. And that's them mixed together. Really pretty, like really pretty. I do like the packaging, although it kind of sucks that you would have to buy them like that. You know, like you're already paying for a damn blush. Give me the freaking packaging for it with it, but it's fine. It's fine. I just need to travel to Japan around the holidays because I fucking love the Clé de Peau holiday collections. I need to. And then the 3 lippies from Clé de Peau, and then we'll move on to all the other stuff I bought in the US. Maybe I should have split this video into 2 parts. It's okay. We'll start. I'll just go ahead and I'll open them, and then I'll tell you what they are. And we'll swatch them. All right, we'll start with one of them. No, not the sparkles. Okay, we'll start with the Rouge Lipstick Matte. So this is a normal bullet lipstick, and it's matte satin formula. It's funny because the bullet lipstick I picked out and the liquid lipstick I picked out were both in the shade 111. They are different shades, but it was kind of funny when I was paying. She was like, 111. I was like, yes, 111. It just happened. This is my first Clé de Peau lippy, so I gotta give it to them. The packaging is gorgeous. Okay, so this is the bullet lipstick. I like the shape of the bullet, the top. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them. On this hand, it's clean, right? Yeah, it's just some shimmer from the eyeshadows. Okay. my hands getting bony. This is when you know you're aging. You can feel all of the bones in your hands. But look at how stunning this shade is. She applied it on my lips and I walked around for hours and I kept feeling how soft and smooth it looks on my lips. It lasted for quite some time as well. So there's the lipstick in 111, shade 111, which is High Achiever. Now the liquid lipstick, this is called the Richly Pigmented Color Creamy Moisture. It is a cream rouge matte, shade 111, but this is called the shade Chocolate Cosmos. Again, we got the same sort of golden packaging with the navy blue, but this one, because it's a liquid lipstick, you can see it's got the clear. All right. It's so moussey, so beautiful. For being called a different name, I didn't think that this would be a chocolate, what do they call it? Chocolate Cosmos. Like, I don't think of this one as a chocolate color, but slightly different than the bullet lipstick, but I know it's the color I would be wearing. So I'm so happy. I'm so excited. And to be honest, like when she applied them on my lips, I was like, so creamy, so soft, so gorgeous. And then the last one, this was kind of like, I wasn't even eyeing this, but then of course she had to apply it on top of the bullet lipstick and I was like, I need that. What is that? This is the Cream Rouge Sparkles. So it's a glimmering color. They had, I want to say they had 4 different shades of this one. I got the shade 304 Ohia Lehua. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering the names, but look at that. Oh, how stunning is that? I will probably be wearing it by itself. I don't know that I'll apply it on top of a lipstick, just because I don't mind wearing just sparkles by itself. It does have like that kind of scoopy applicator. And let me show you the color. There it is. So pretty. Oh my goodness, so pretty. And that would be everything I picked up in Japan. Now, the stuff I picked up in the US. Oh Lord, it's yeah, it's a lot. So I think I'm not gonna talk about how am I gonna do this. I'm gonna clean my arms and then we'll just tackle it. Okay, let's talk about the ones that I'm most excited about first. And then, well, a lot of stuff I'm very excited about. But let's get started with the stuff I got from Sephora that is new and I'm just dying to try them out. Okay, we'll start with all of these I'm super excited for. We'll start with, I had to do it. I mean, if you know me, you'd have guessed that these are something I will absolutely pick up. These are the Danessa Myricks Beauty Color Fix Multi-Use Pigment Stick. I got the Duo 2 and Duo 6. I didn't want to wipe the Clé de Peau Lippies, but we're just going to do it. We're just going to wipe it because I don't want to get it all over my shirt. I still gotta go pick up my son pretty soon, so. And I'm scrubbing these eyeliners, like scrubbing hard. I can still see them. Okay, so we got the Duo 2, which is Orion Nebula and Twilight Gleam. You probably have already seen these and seen how cool the packaging is. It's magnetic. You know, you can remove them, you can switch them up. So I'm not gonna pay too much detail to that or say that too many times, but I do wanna swatch them. I haven't swatched them yet. I've been waiting. Oh, look at that, they're repelling each other. Huh? Okay, we'll start with, so we've got metallic side and then we've got the foils. So I'm gonna start with Duo number 2 first, the metallic side. they do have the little clear, you know, thing on top so they don't dry out. And here we go. Metallic first. Let's do the metallic one. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Okay. There's the metallic, which is it called Orion? Yeah, Orion Nebula. And now the foil. Under it. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, that is stunning. It feels kind of cold, like cooling on my arm. That is such a beautiful shade. I really hope you can see all the glitter and shimmer in there. Oh my goodness, that is stunning. Okay, so and this is the shade Twilight Gleam. Again, this is duo number 2. Let's go ahead and swatch duo number 6. The metallic side is called Celeste. To be honest, I had to restrain myself. I would have purchased most of them, but they are a little pricey. So this is very taupey, very gorgeous color. I could see that all over my lid easily, like in just going to work. That is so pretty. And then the other side, which is called Nova, is the foils. So I'm expecting, I had a little bit, it's getting stuck, twisting up. Like, it's not a deal breaker. Oh my God. That is so pretty. It does feel nice and cool. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Wow. Okay, like seeing them swatch and seeing the pictures on Sephora's website and all of that, it's not the same. You gotta go in store and swatch them. If you're interested, go in store. Actually, they're not in store yet, or at least not around me, because that's what I wanted to do at first, like swatch them and see which ones I want to pick up. But they weren't in store, so I ordered them online. Whenever they get to the store, if you're interested, definitely go swatch them because they're gorgeous and they are pricey. I've heard some people say that they set really quickly, so I was expecting being able to smudge it. Nope. 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 Okay. The Sephora sale needs to hurry up and happen so I can pick up a couple more shades. All right, 2 more. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to bother opening my full eyeshadow palette drawers because I am loving the simplicity of a shade like this and slapping some silver all over, not silver, some topper all over it. That's what I wore most of the time in Japan, and the one that I was using was this guy by One Size. It's not available anymore, but this was the matte eye popper in the shade Battle Ready. Just cream all over the lid, smudge it out a little bit, and then into the crease, and then apply like a topper shade. Been loving it. So when these came out, I knew I was gonna get some, and I just could not decide which ones I was gonna get. So I got 2 shades. These are the by Mario Master Mattes Long Wear Cream Eyeshadow. I got the shade Mauve, and I got the shade Chestnut. So let's open these guys up and swatch them. Well, Chestnut doesn't look as deep as I thought it was gonna be, and this is the Mauve. Let's do Chestnut first. I kind of thought that it was gonna be like a deep chestnut color, but we shall see. That's pretty. I can definitely see this as a base color and top it with a glittery shade. That is really pretty. And then the shade Mauve. It is like a moussey matte. So there's chestnut and then there's mauve. I'm gonna let them, let's see, can I work with them? Okay, so they have some working time, I would say, but I could definitely tell the chestnut was starting to set. So something to keep in mind if you do pick them out and try them, do maybe one eye at a time. But yeah, these, I'm really excited. I need to film a shop my stash video like as soon as possible because I have so many goodies I want to throw in there. Got more. Of course we have more. Couple more products from Sephora and then I'll move on to the Ulta order. I have actually 3 more products from Sephora, right? And that's it. Yeah, that's it. We're almost there. I'm almost done. We've got from Haus Labs the Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm. I got, at first, I picked out one shade, which was the shade Glassy Ginger. I was in the store with my son, and I really wanted the shade Glassy Cinnamon. Of course, it was sold out in store. And my son was like, no, mommy, I really like this color better. Not that he knows where it's gonna go or anything like that, but he really liked the shade, so I got the Glassy Ginger. And then when I placed the order for the Danessa Myrix and everything else, this one was back in stock, so I got it, which was the Glassy Cinnamon. I'm late to the game with these, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and swatch the Glassy Ginger first. I really enjoy the formula of these products from Haus Labs. I already have one of these blushes, but these are supposed to be blush bronzer, whatever the word is. For some reason, it never comes to my mind. So there's the Glassy Ginger. It's so pretty. Like, it's a neutral everyday color. I could see myself wearing this as a blush every day. And then the Glassy Cinnamon is the one that I really wanted for bronzer. It's not bronzer. It's not bronzer contour. It's bronzer blush. Yeah, beats me. I cannot think of the word. You're probably screaming at the screen, that's how you say it, Rania. Yeah, so there's the Glassy Cinnamon. It's definitely gonna be a bronzer blush duo for me. This, I cannot wear this as a blush. This one I can absolutely wear as a blush, and I'm so excited for these. I'd recently pulled in one of their products. I think I pulled it in to shop my stash because I really wanted to be like, okay, do I actually like these products? Should I buy the new shades or should I skip? And I remembered how much I loved it, so I bought the shades. One more product from Sephora, and that is the Emi Cole Lip Treatment Oil, and this is in the shade Poise. I have one of her original shades. This is in the shade Smitten. I've been using it and loving it. This was one of the lip products I had with me in Japan, and I just, amazing, very hydrating. So to be honest, it's not what I thought it was gonna look like, but hey, I'm not gonna judge it just by the color that it shows in the tube. I think I'm gonna like it, and this is like the richest lip oil you could ever put on your lips. It's not like thin and all that, like you put it on, you're like I don't feel anything anymore kind of thing. No, this is very rich, very it's not sticky and annoying. It stays glossy, it has that beautiful glow, and you feel like you have nourishing products on your lips. Like, it's thick, you know, it's not runny and watery. I'm gonna swatch the shade Poise, which looks to be a little bit of a sheer mauve color. I hope I enjoyed it. I thought it was gonna be more of a like a guava pink shade, but I don't know if I accidentally clicked on the wrong item when I ordered. I know I'm gonna enjoy the formula. I love the formula, so I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's just, it's not necessarily the shade that I reach for all the time. And now for the stuff I ordered from Ulta. I am not gonna bore you with all the samples because Ulta has been going crazy with their gifts with purchase, so I'm not gonna bore you with that, but I do want to show you the products that I actually picked out myself. Not samples. If I can open them. I've had these for a little while. A while back they had 20% off, including prestige items. So that's when I ordered these, and I ordered 2 products from Chanel. We've got the Bumble and Bumble Invisible Oil Primer. This is my absolute favorite leave-in hair conditioner. So there's that one. And then I got another one of the Vacation After Sun Gel. I already am using this product, but I was getting really low, and I knew summer is like here, and I love going to the beach, my husband and my son. So this is something that I knew I needed to have. Like, I wasn't gonna risk running out when I really need it. So I ordered this guy too. It works so well. It is so good. Such a good product. Good aloe vera product. Cooling. You don't peel, and it just, you don't feel like itchy. You know how sometimes you put an aloe vera product on, it kind of like tightens up and it feels a little itchy. It doesn't do that at all. All right, now to the other products from ULTA that are not gifts with purchase. Okay, I needed replacement for my pumice pedicure thing. What is it called? Coarse. It's a coarse face and a soft face. And anyway, this is the smoothing stone. I do like these because they don't disintegrate and like leave particles all over my shower like a typical one that you use at the nail salon. You know, this is like a stone, you know. So I do like these. And yeah, the one that I had, I took it with me to Japan and I just tossed it out. I didn't bring it back home. And then I got a foundation. I finally pulled the trigger on this guy. I got the number one got the Chanel number 1. I got the shade B30. Again, that 20% included Chanel. So I was like, here's my time to use the coupon. And I actually did use my points. I used 2,000 points, which was $125. So I used my points on top of that. The shade B30, it looks like it might be a little bit light for me now, but I haven't tried it. The only foundation from Chanel I tried was the water tint, what is it called? And I love it. I'm more than halfway. Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. This is the only one I've tried from them, so hopefully I enjoy this guy. I've heard good things, so I'm staying optimistic. And then the other product from Chanel is the Ultra Wear Liquid Lip Color, and I got the shade 69 Tender Beige. I finally pulled the trigger on these. I kept hearing raves about how this is the best, most long-wearing lipstick on planet Earth, so I had to pick out one in the shade 69 Tender Beige. I think it was Nikki LaRose who influenced me to pick out this shade. I feel like this would be beautiful for every, you know, for any kind of like look. You know, the shade is just very neutral, so very wearable is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully I'll be able to use it quite often and get my money's worth, you know. And then only a couple more. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. From RMS, I really wanted to try this stuff. I like RMS products in general, and then this is HSA and FSA eligible, so I can get reimbursed for it because it's marketed as a sunscreen, not a foundation. But this is the Sun Cover Up Super Tint SPF 50 Broad Spectrum Sunscreen, and I got the shade Cameo. So I haven't used it yet. I think it will be a good shade match, maybe a little bit too yellow, but we can balance it out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this one. I've heard really good things about it. And we've got a from Sashu. This is my first Sashu product. This is the Cheek Stay In All Day Long Wear Liquid Blush, and I got the shade 01 I'm Cute. I had a hard time deciding on the shade. There were 2 shades that I was interested in. At some point I was just threw some in my cart and I checked out, and I don't know if this is the shade I intended to buy. It does have an expiration date 04/2028. Ooh, that's gonna last me a while. I do want to try this baby up because I don't want to twist it too much and have so much product and have it all nasty and goopy. And we wait. And we wait. Nope. Nothing. Still nothing. I heard a sound. Nothing. Is there any product in here? Watch, is gonna be oozing all over the place pretty soon. Oh, finally. I finally got some out. Okay. Let's do it over here. Looks like a very baby pink color. Not bad. Actually, it looks pretty nice. I thought it was gonna be like a bubble gum, you know, like a, well, it is kind of bubble gummy, but I think I could work with this. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on my arm and we'll see if it's gonna stain. And then the last three products are from Half Magic. I've been a sucker for Half Magic products. Another shadow stick from them. This is my third one. And this is in the shade Faux Bas. The other two, I can't remember. Oh, Princess Teddy and... what's the other one? Princess Teddy and Beige Mystique. I've tried those two. So this is the third one. And again, this is in the shade Faux Bas. Why? Makes me so sad. Makes me really, really sad. I gotta be careful now. Oh, that's such a bummer. Can't believe that. Okay. Oh, look. I destroyed it too. Awesome. There it is. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that it just straight fell out of the packaging. Like, what the heck? I just opened the product. It's brand new. Okay, I blended it out a little bit. I could see myself wearing that for sure, on top of something else. But man, that's so disappointing. Now, hopefully I don't, like, you know, goes all over the room. Sometimes I open my packaging not paying attention to what I'm doing. And then the last two products from Half Magic. One is the Wing Guide. I really hope this helps because I'm getting that crepiness and, you know, like my eye air. Oh, that's a big product. Okay, I didn't think it would be this big. That's what she said. Maybe like this? You know, I have a hooded, this eye especially is hooded compared to this eye. And then the last product is an eyeshadow, single shadow from Half Magic. And this is in the shade Blushing Lizard. It's cardboard packaging, which is gonna drive me crazy because it doesn't like snap shut or anything. So I might end up moving the shadow into a palette. But I do want to swatch this baby. I think this is like that mauve-y blue shifting shade. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. So pretty. That is so pretty. What lippy did I swatch here? Oh, that was the Amy Coley. See, that's still glossy. So pretty. And I did get quite a bit of samples, which I'm not going to bore you with because we're already at almost, what, an hour and a half? So that's it. That was a very, very, very long haul, very rambly, but I do hope that you guys actually enjoyed it and you enjoyed seeing everything new that will be making appearances pretty soon into a Shop My Stash video. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, leave them in the comment section below. I promise I'll respond. And if you're curious about REVANT Cosmetics or any of the other details, check the description box. I'll have quite a bit of information about where did I shop in Japan and all of that. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.